And if the world ever has an apocalypse, I will kill all of you fuckers. Fear will be plentiful, death will be bountiful. I will spare none of you peasants. Fuck your religion, your pastor fuck his and got sent to a prison in PC. I seen the devil, he's in you and me, you need saving, no listen to this, see.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy T-Rad, and this is 4 shortcuts in Manga Studio. Shortcuts and tips. Yeah, for shortcuts and tips in Manga Studio to help you guys get some better line art. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now. I got some dope content coming, so yeah, let's get right into it.
If I kill you now, will you go to heaven or hell you believe in? Death is approaching you.
Alright, this first technique is how to make a straight line. As you can see, this line is not so straight.
Bruh.
Hold on, I'll do a more straighter line here. Okay. Alright, so you can see the difference. This line has like some jagged edges and like it's kind of messed up at the tip here, but this line, it's perfect, but it's not that perfect because it's like there's kind of a curve in it. I don't know if you can see that, but this technique will help you get exact straight lines. So I'm gonna click an area on the paper and hold shift, and then I'll pull out a line. Boom. And I'll do it again, pull another line, shift, another line, shift, another line, and I guess you can kind of get the point. This is great for like creating backgrounds or like buildings. Like, hold on, I'll show you. I'll create a building. Boom, boom. Like that. And then like you can just pull out another line, find your area, boom. Yeah. And then you could like shade in whatever you want to shade in. I'm not gonna go into super detail here, but you kind of get the point. This could really be useful for like creating buildings, tables, horizon lines, whatever you need, like swords, anything that utilizes a straight line. That is the best way to go about it, and you can add to it as well.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.
Alright, tip number deuce. Okay, this is one of my favorite techniques. When I got some like line art right here. This piece is coming out soon. It's like a remake of one of my heroes. But alright, get into it. When you're coloring, one of my favorite techniques to do is kind of like separate different parts from each other. Like, you see how Batman's arms here, I'll separate that from the glove. But to do that, there's a couple ways to do it. You can go over here to like the color picker and kind of like choose a color, and like kind of go in and trace it, which I don't really think is the best way to do it. Like, you can see it's not completely perfect, and yeah, you're gonna be here freaking all day redrawing your entire piece, and it's not so perfect, like, as you can see. Like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this way of doing it. Like, let me go erase right here. Always have your history out so you can erase on the go, like, it's real quick. But to actually do what I'm talking about, you have to look at these options over here, and you click on like the layer right here, the lock transparency, and like lock your layer, lock your pixels, lock the line art. This helps you pretty much draw on everything that's in the layer. So like, and that's on your line art. So pretty much the only thing that's gonna get highlighted, as you can see, is your line art. And I use this for freaking everything, and I love it. Like, you can say you wanted Batman's gloves to be black and his suit to be gray. I'll do like a darker version of gray to like just show separation. It's a really good technique. And like, you can pretty much go on everything. Like, you can even go on this glove if you want, but just make sure you do it in its own separate colors, so it's like not everything like this. Like, you got one whole blue thing. You could do multiple techniques. Say you wanted to change the tint in like your character's clothes, or like separate things. Like I said, like it's perfect, and you could do multiple colors on it as well. So whatever you're doing, it's not going to go outside of your layers because the layer is locked and you're just coloring what you have there pretty much. So yeah, that's tip number 2.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah.
All right, tip number 3. For this one, I'm gonna just draw out a quick Batman head. Just keep it in the same theme of Batman, I guess. Not gonna do anything super crazy, just a little quick bullshit. Just to show you an example. Alright, yeah, nose. I'll cut that down a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so this you're gonna pretty much need 2 layers to do this. So you have the bottom layer and the top layer, the actual layer working on right here. And okay, you see this button over here, layer color. This similar to the other one, it turns your layer to a different color. Pretty much turns your layer into sort of like blue pencil. So now you can go on top of it on the layer above that layer and sort of like, you know, like draw on top of it like you're inking it, kind of like you're inking a comic book page pretty much. So like this technique pretty much just turns your one layer into like your blue pencil layer, and then you can go on top of it on another layer and kind of like, you know, just kind of trace it and make it cleaner, do it better. And like you see, it'll be its own layer, and like that could be your under sketch, and this could be your main thing that you go in and work on. So it's a pretty simple technique. You pretty much just have to look for your layer properties and find that, open it up, layer properties, boom, and then it should be in your options right there, just like opening up your history or anything. And like you can kind of like choose the color if you want. So if you want to like do like blue pencil, or say you want to turn this red to like red pencil, you can sort of just grab the color and kind of just like click it, and boom, your layer become like, that's red pencil now. So you go on top of that with black if you want, and like it could pretty much, you can play as much as you want with it, and it's a really useful technique for like lining out your sketches. Say you want to do something really rough under it, and then go on top and make it real clean. So yeah, that's technique number 3.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah.
All right, this is tip number 4. For this tip, we'll be playing with lassos. Lassos are like things that you use to kind of grab areas. Specifically, we're using the lasso marquee tool. It should be over here in your tool properties. It's like a little open up menu that you could have like multiple different types of lassos, different types of stuff. But like I like to use the lasso marquee tool because, as you can see, you can kind of trace around areas and like highlight a area that you need to work on. Like say I wanted to make this hand smaller or bigger because like maybe it's like too big, or like maybe it's just kind of ocky a little bit. You can use the move tool here and kind of separate it. Like, oh, one thing is, like, you see everything is connected. Like if you don't make this its own layer, it's going to be connected to the actual picture. So to do that, you have to press copy and sort of like just delete it and bring it back with paste. So like you copy and paste, you know, like typical command C, command V, and then sort of just make it on its own layer. Now it's its own thing, and you can totally edit it. To edit it, you'll need to press command T or Windows T if you're on a Windows. But once you do that, you'll be able to kind of size up, size down, and like really try and get that perfect size for the hand or something. Right now I like it kind of the way it is, but say you wanted to make the fingers smaller, you'd press command and then kind of grab the tip, like one of the boxes here, and just bring it in, like you see, and you could size it up, down. It's not gonna move, period. It's just that little area is gonna move, so you can kind of make the hand go forward, make it go backwards. Like these look really ridiculous, but you get kind of the point. Like say if you had a hand that need to be smaller at the tip, you would grab that edge, make it a little smaller, and like you could really do a lot with this. It's mostly used for like making things proportionate, kind of like some people's art, maybe our arm will be too big or small. But yeah, that's tip number 4, and I guess we're done here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it, took a little something from it. If you liked it, please drop a like, give me a comment. Everything helps. If you guys want to see something specifically, like maybe a color tutorial or another batch of tips that I use in Manga Studio or even Photoshop, drop a comment below, let me know, and I'll try and get on that for you guys. But thanks for watching, and like always, stay rad.
See, too many people want to win, but they too busy celebrating and taking their time. But I already know I'ma get it now, though.